Hello everyone, I want to welcome you all back to another entry of my journal. Um, don't mind my voice, I sound a little sick, it's because I am. But we're going to get through it, we're going to try again, we're going to keep pushing. So this is one of my personal favorite entries that I've written so far. And this topic is a very interesting one because I feel like me personally, I've fought through this idea and this ideology for a long time, and I feel like a lot of other people can relate to it. So, the idea of all or nothing. We all have a sense of survival instincts. It derives from centuries of evolution, although we're not exactly hunters and gatherers anymore. This innate ability that has stuck with us, but question if it has continued to evolve with us or is it a whole different story nowadays. We all have a different understanding of what our survival instincts are because we're all different due to the plethora of different reasons in our everyday lives. Some of us are stronger connected to our survival instincts, while others have the survival instincts of a cucumber. Shit happens. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, because in many cases, the point I'm trying to get across is like living with our guard up can limit us to so many opportunities, and I think living in that survival mode often causes us to stay back a little bit. And I'm saying that from like personal experience because growing up, I had a very high level of connection with my survival instincts to the point where everything became all or nothing in my life. If it was a sport or school or this or that, I always thought that there was only one way out, and that's not bad to think, but it could be very draining to the person trying. And initially, in many scenarios, I believed that this was going to help me out, but when I got older, I kind of realized that I couldn't live sustainably if I continued to live the way that I was living. I would give these little tasks my every single bit of all I had, but I would stress over little things. And it's not bad to stress over the little things because the little things do matter. But I think one of the biggest issues that I had going on with this is that I would give everything 100%, even when it didn't matter. And in some cases, that is okay, as there's always a reward behind things. But when things didn't exactly work out, I would fall even harder than what I started at. And that's where things got a little upsetting to me. I'm not saying to give up or stop giving your all or stop trying, but what I'm trying to say is that life won't end up the way that you always expected. And if you fall, it's okay. It's not the biggest tragedy in the world if it doesn't work out. What I'm getting at is if we fall, we try again and we continue to give it our all. But if we're giving it our all in something that we know is not going to work out, that's when things become a problem. We have to be able to shift our mindset and our focus when it matters and not focus on that all or nothing and trying to beat a dead horse and trying in the same exact format and not changing. One of the most important things is like when we fall or we fail or we don't exactly get where we want, it's a chance for redirection, a chance to regroup and refocus on what we need to do to get to where we need to be. And that's where I think the survival mindset gets blurred between the lines because oftentimes we think that survival instinct or that all or nothing focus is the only way we're going to be happy, but we need to stop mistaking survival with fulfillment. Your life does not depend on everything around it. If anything, life depends on you since it's yours. So it's important to understand that you have control of it all, and if you change your perspective, the world will change around you. Sometimes our environment causes us to believe that we have to be on survival mode 24/7. Our environment plays a big factor, but we can't blame it forever. At some point, we must grow up and understand that we have issues that are connected to where we come from, and it is up to us to change and grow past those things. It is up to us to make the adult choice to leave that behind, especially if it's holding you back from your full potential. The idea of product of our environment can only exist in our lives for so long. We have to make the cognizant choice to change the things that are negatively affecting us from progressing forward in our lives. All or nothing can benefit you in many ways. I'm not saying that it's a bad mindset to carry. I'm saying that not everything has to fall in that category. For motivation, if you genuinely feel like you're on your last chance, then yeah, go ahead. But be okay with learning something before you go into the mindset of, if I don't win, then it's all over. Because there's no real benefit out of that. There's nothing to gain from having that mindset if you think everything is over once you fail. We must remind ourselves that we're allowed to fall sometimes. We can make mistakes, but we just need to learn from them. As humans, we were born with nothing, and as time progressed, we gained. Inevitably, we will lose again. But it's all for a reason. We're bound to lose. Sometimes we even lose everything. But it depends on how you want to see it, because if we lose everything, that just gives us more space to grow. So stop living with the fear of losing. It's inevitable. Enjoy the process, and not everything is all or nothing, nor does it have to be. Continue to chase your dreams as it's all for something. With that being said, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope I was able to help somebody.